And we're back for Game 2 of this best of 3 as Invictus Gaming takes on LGD. You're watching Star Ladder Season 12, and we're in our second to last match here in the China region. One of these two teams is going to Bucharest, is going to the LAN Finals. One of them will drop down to face Vici Gaming and fight for that final spot. It's a best of 3, and currently IG lead 1-0. I'm LD. I have the pleasure to be joined here by Zyori.
Yeah.
I think so.
Game.
I'm kind of losing you here, buddy. All right, we're gonna try another voice program real quick here. It seems like we're having some connectivity issues, but in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and introduce the teams here. Hop into the draft. So, all right, there you go.
Hello?
I think I got you,
Check.
Andrew.
Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound great. Lovely.
Okay, awesome. So IG looking very strong in game number 1, and here again in their comfort zone. We saw it last game. They banned out the troll, picked up that jug early on. Here they have first pick. They let the troll get through, and boom, right away, there's your burning hero. And another hard carry that is not so fun to deal with. But LGD have some tools. Bat Rider, Shadow Fiend, pretty good opener there. They'll start off with their first 2 respect bands onto 430 once more. The Queen of Pain and the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, I think almost identical bans from LGD. I don't remember if they banned the Spirit Breaker, but I know they banned the first 3 last time around.
Yeah, I don't think they banned SB last time. It was, I'm forgetting now, but...
He is good against Shadow Fiend. He's one of those heroes they can just constantly go pressure mid, and Shadow Fiend has no real way to dodge those ganks, so...
Yeah.
I think it's a decent ban just to help protect that mid lane.
So far, though, LGD don't have too much to deal with this Phoenix. The troll's already been scooped up by IG, and outside of the Shadow Fiend, none of these heroes really notorious for fast attack speed. And even the Shadow Fiend, not really your ideal hero to be up there tanking the egg and rolling the dice with maybe getting hit by that Supernova if things don't go exactly as planned. But LGD will pick up Zeus here with their 4th, and IG strike right back with a sniper. And
Troll sniper. Oh,
Jesus.
And their dire side with Avenge. Oh, this is just yucky. Now, that said, LGD have a good gap closer here in the Bat Rider, but I don't know. I feel like they need more lockdown, more ways to just hold these heroes in place while the damage from the Shadow Fiend and the Zeus rains down upon them. And
yeah.
I am curious if this is going to be a core Zeus or a support. It looks like a support Zeus. It could be good for the dewarding. It's a nice hero to have against Phoenix, I would say, because they'll often try and and the sniper, because they'll often kind of try to find these weird little locations to get a good egg off or to, hang back and just plink away with the sniper rifle. So I don't know. I think this final hero for LGD, which probably is a core, needs to be someone who can lock heroes down, who can get aggressive. I'm thinking Axe would be okay. He's actually banned. Maybe like a Slark wouldn't be too terrible, but it's got to be an in-your-face initiator type. I don't think they can go for another like backline damage dealer. They need someone aggressive.
Yeah, I would agree. I wonder, could this be an off-lane Zeus? We've seen that a time or two. I don't know if that's something that Yao plays very often, but that has been...
I guess
saw it
it
at least
could.
once or twice at Major All-Stars.
Then, I mean, what do you... Maybe if they want to run the jungle bat, they could run an off-lane Zeus, a jungle bat, and just one support hero and still get a safe laner, but I don't see them running the bat mid or safe lane. I think that's clearly where they want to put the Shadow Fiend. He's just so comfy there in the mid lane.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, I guess that's true. With the Bat Rider, probably not in the off lane. You're right. He's going to be the support, so making sure my audio settings are all
I did see a jungle bat the other day, so it's not impossible. Now, it failed twice in a row, but okay. LGD go for Spectre. So, it's not really a lockdown hero, but it is an in-your-face hero. This is someone who can get on top of the sniper, someone who can be in the front lines if they build him a little bit tankier, get your early drums or vitality booster, and I think Spectre matches up very well against Sniper later on in the game. It's just more a question of, can they get through the laning stage intact? They are up against a Phoenix, and once again, they have not picked... We're not seeing like heroes that counter Phoenix in lane being snapped up. We saw this for Vici Gaming in the last series, and it came back to haunt their opposition newbie. So, I don't know. No Silencer, no Skywrath. We'll see.
Yeah. I completely agree with you with the Spectre. On paper, it's great against Sniper once you get towards that late game, but IG have another one of these drafts that can do quite a bit in the mid game, and even early on, before that Spectre is really ready to fight. I wonder how they'll build this Spectre and maybe look for something a little more combative. Maybe we'll see like an early Urn pop out. Could even see more of like a drum build, you know, phase boots into a Aquila drum and look for some of that early fighting before he moves into a Radiance more in the middle of the game. But I think that kind of old school style of, oh, let's just hard farm on the Spectre and not fight until 30 minutes plus is just not a winning strategy in this meta. Here, IG, they'll grab the Treant Protector, the talk of the town. We'll get to see him once more.
Yeah, that Tree Phoenix duo, it's quite a combo. It works especially well with Sniper, I feel, because you've got two, like, we saw it in the last series with Vici Gaming, and apparently eHome was running it before that as well, earlier today. It's, yeah, he comes in with the egg, and then all of a sudden, what do? Do you try and go and fight into the egg, kill the egg? Because then Sniper's hitting you the whole time, and now, to make matters worse, he's got Battle Trance back, you know, up. Do you back off? Well, you can't really run because Phoenix is a great chaser. They have Swap. They have Troll, who's a great chaser. And on top of that, they've got the Sniper coming over the top with the slows from the auto attack. So it's a tough situation from top to bottom.
Yeah, this will be tricky. I don't think this is a complete outdraft, but I do think this IG lineup is, maybe it has the ease of execution advantage is the way I would say it. They're both strong lineups, but IG just have a very straightforward, just get some farm on burning, and this Troll will be pretty scary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think for LGD, they're a bit weaker here in the laning stage, mainly just due to the Spectre pick. So let's see how that works out. And, well, with that said, we're now underway. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams. LGD on the Radiant side, IG the Dire. Here we go. LGD trailing 0-1 in the best of 3. Yao will be your offlane Batrider. On the support role will be Director 8 playing that Zeus. Sylar on the Spectre, maybe going to be the Shadow Fiend going mid. And Momoya with the boots first will be your support Witch Doctor heading bottom.
And on the Dire side, we've got Invictus Gaming, the team up 1-0, one victory away from qualifying for the Star Ladder Season 12 LAN Finals. It'll be Luo on the offlane Phoenix. Faith will be here on the Treant Protector. Once more, we'll see the Treant Phoenix duo, 4:30. Ferrari style, he'll be on the Sniper in the mid lane. Chuan takes the Vengeful Spirit, and he'll be joining Burning, a safe lane farmer, and of course, here on the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, this is another. I mean, to be fair, Burning has a very diverse hero pool, but it really does feel like he's just getting whatever he wants every game because teams are so busy trying to ban out 430. You know, we see the Storm ban, the Queen of Pain ban, and, well, what do you know? They got a Sniper and a Troll for those two anyway. It's once you start banning heroes that are outside of, I mean, I wouldn't say outside of the meta, but are certainly not, like, especially the Queen of Pain is normally not a super high priority ban compared to the likes of a Sniper or a Troll. Then these other heroes get through, and, you know, you got to pick your poison versus IG. LGD have chosen theirs. Now it's time to see if they found the antidote with this lineup. It could work. It could go amazing for LGD. If they get that early blink on the bat, they get a quick level 6 on the Zeus. I mean, we all see the potential of this lineup to just completely take over the game, picking off heroes all over the map, but they are squishy. Yeah. They need items and levels before they come online, and they are not the strongest in the laning stage on some of these heroes, so we'll just have to see if they can accrue enough of an early lead to make it happen.
Yeah, I do feel like there is kind of a lot riding on this Blink Dagger timing for the Batrider, and what's scary about it is that he's going to want to use this hard camp in the jungle, the same one that maybe is going to need to use not maybe find recovery farm, but just accelerate that farm that much more, and that sharing is caring kind of mentality can be a little difficult here in this situation. They're going to have to concede it on someone. Zeus, not really your best defensive support here, so you've got this Witch Doctor who'll be the one that has to rotate mid in case the Shadow Fiend has some trouble. Sniper, he should have an advantage against the Shadow Fiend pretty easily here without a support that can come in and very easily save the Shadow Fiend with a Fissure or Shallow Grave, something like that. That's something LGD's lineup is just lacking.
That's a good point. They do not have the belt bottom lane. Looks like we have an early skirmish here. Okay. Nothing too crazy happening, just some early harass, but this is a Tree Phoenix versus a Spectre Witch Doctor. This is not going to be a fun lane for LGD. Yeah, they've got the support Zeus, and he dishes out decent damage, but Both heroes on IG already have their magic sticks, so I don't know, Andrew. This is always the issue when you pick that Spectre, is can he find a good lane? And they may get some kills, they may be able to turn this, but early on it looks like IG have all the tools they need to just constantly harass and irritate this lane.
Yeah, it's a 2-on-3 as well, so even if IG can just break even, not let the Spectre free farm, they're feeling good. That's a victory, and that opens up efficiency. And their other lanes, mid, should be relatively even. Ferrari should find an edge, all things equal. If no supports rotate through, and Yao not really finding too much in the off lane himself. Still no last hits, only level 2, and we'll try to skirmish against Chuan for this top rune, but Chuan will win the battle. He picks up the bounty rune, and down bottom, Zeus will grab the regen.
Yeah, and even if the Shadow Fiend breaks even with your sniper or pulls slightly ahead, there's Battle Trance. So all it takes is a timely ulti, as we'll see our Bat Rider spend his gold, quick suicide to Ancients to get back to the top lane, and you suddenly just get a couple of headshot procs, Shadow Fiend dies, and the lane is maybe not over, but very hard from there. So it's not really a 1v1 in this lane forever. It turns into a 2v1 soon enough, with that, or at least a 1.5 versus 1 with the Battle Trance. And living armor. That's the other thing. They have living armor to work with as well.
That's really true, actually. I actually have a lot of global utility that they can apply to this mid lane or any of the other lanes as needed. But just looking at the safe lane farmers, it's Burning that's finding an edge. He is now uncontested as Bat Rider, already relegated to the jungle. No stacks for him to work with here. He'll have to do the dirty work himself. His supports are occupied in other parts of the Radiant jungle. So sure, he can stack this up, but as I pointed out before, this is money that Shadow Fiend won't be able to claim.
Bottom lane.
First blood maybe coming out here. Who's going to grab it? Can Sylar find the last hit? Fate's still alive for now, but will go down. It's MMY that grabs it. Kind of a close call. The tanky tree makes them work for it, and they do find the kill on that 3v1.
They forced out the Phoenix earlier, and they knew he had to take the long way back. And because of that, they chose a good moment to go in on the tree. That's where, as a tree, you probably want to play a little more conservatively, but that's very easy to say in hindsight and a bit nitpicky. And just a good move by LGD, recognizing that a hero was isolated. They had the 3-on-1. I think they struggle in the 3-on-2 situation, but in the 3-on-1, that's where they can come out on top. Nice kill.
Yep.
A bit unfortunate the Spectre didn't get the last hit. Still, though, he is farming okay, all things considered. But already the Bat Rider, he's in the woods. Free farm top lane for Burning's Troll. And they'll just have to make sure that this Blink Dagger really counts, because with this lane abandoned, the Venge can go gank or she can get her levels, and they're very likely to take an early tier 1 top. So you are making a sacrifice here. You've got to make up for it with that Blink.
Yeah.
And look at Lua. He already wants to stop the Blink. It's already coming mid
this early on is always scary. And of course they are trading with their Spectre, and that's kind of what they need to do, but Burning will be a serious threat this game, no doubt about it. Phoenix still hasted up in the mid. Maybe thinking about having it go on maybe here. You see some shrapnel raining down. He is only level 2, so somewhat limited in how much damage he can do. And sort of just making his presence known. You see how defensive maybe he has to stay around the tower, just knowing that there's somebody nearby. Yao TP's back up to the top lane. Chuan smoked up, thinking about a wraparound play. But Yao just a little too defensive in the lane, especially on the west side of it. Won't give Chuan the opening he's looking for.
Yeah, Battle Trance was almost ready. They had 3 heroes kind of parked around mid. Did not find the opening, but they're about to get that Battle Trance, so we may see them just force it. Here we go. No chance.
And maybe he'll get initiated on. Yeah, there's just nothing he can do. You don't even need play-by-play for that fight. Magic Missile sets it up nice and easy, and it will be Luo that gets credit for the kill. What's important is the Shadow Fiend's in the grave, and plenty of time for this sniper to just keep finding last hits and just move further ahead.
The crazy part is they give up that kill, and this is with 3 of their heroes off in the wood/mid lane. They're not even laning anyone top, and they still lose their Shadow Fiend mid. Part of it's the lack of a true defensive support in the laning stage. Like the Earthshaker, probably the main, if not the only hero. Maybe a Tree or a Batten can kind of serve that role as well.
Dazzle.
But, yeah, Dazzle would be good too, but, well, IG, relentless aggression, already smoking. Not even the best smoking duo, but they just want to fight, man. Nice and early. They do have a troll load available. They want to see that popped out. There you go. He'll use the Battle Trance now, and Shao 8 slated to fall. Assassinate rains down for mid, and they'll even go in further here with 430. He may get a double kill on Yao. No, he focuses.
Oh, maybe. Ooh, okay, Sylar joins the party. Now they'll try to turn it on to Ferrari. They've already brought down the bench. The rotation from Sylar's enough, and maybe I thought it was an aggressive position, but he finds a double kill out of it, and like we saw in the last game, the topsy-turvy nature continues, and the Shadow Fiend recovers with a double kill after getting picked off just a few minutes ago by himself.
Oh man, they'll really take that one, and that was without the Haunt, which they now have online. They're also right now really trying to prioritize the Shao 8 levels. They'll give him the off lane here, and if they can just get the Zeus ult and have the Blink Dagger, let's say around like the 10 to 12 minute mark, LGD really come into their own. So IG can't rest on their laurels over those first few successful ganks. Need to keep the pressure up and avoid feeding more than anything.
They do have some insurance, though, here, LD, and that is a free farming Burning. He's number 1 on net worth by about 500 over the Spectre, and even though it was a good rotation, he's just farming away. He's got that CS lead, 48 last hits on Burning. The next highest is the Spectre with only 36. So still looking okay for LGD, but I think IG are happy to kind of trade evenly if it means Burning is just left by himself uncontested to tunnel vision on creeps.
Oh, they just scout a Shadow Fiend illusion here. I guess I should say he scouts out Chuan, who's trying to make another move on mid. It does not succeed, and it's time for LGD to smoke gank. They have no level 6 on Batrider, no Blink Dagger. This is super aggressive from them. Maybe expecting a jump on mid and trying to counter-initiate with a backstab, but let's see. Can they actually find a kill with this?
If the bat is level 6, I see the play. You know, you move in and maybe you grab somebody with a lasso. Without a lasso, this just feels very, very ambitious. Although Ferrari does push forward into the lane. Okay, there you go. Ultimate from Sylar to haunt in. They'll get a kill on the sniper, and, well, it's the Shadow Fiend that ends up grabbing the last hit, so it works out. And Ferrari just presses way too far forward in the lane.
IG giving up a couple of kills here. Nicely done, especially to get kills this early. That gets your Zeus up to level 4. They are going to lose that tier 1 top. That's basically inevitable. And with that, IG will have a little more freedom around the map. They can start moving Birdie into the jungle, give this top lane to a support if they'd like. Start to think about Roshan. I don't think they're ready to go just yet, but on the side of LGD, well, you really just want the Blink and the Zeus ult. Those are the two main things. Anything else is just a bonus. If they can get the mech on maybe, or that Yule Scepter, that's great, but more than anything, they just desperately need their levels and a Blink. Let's see if they can get it in time.
Batrider, who had a pretty slow start, is recovering nicely in the jungle. Clears out another stack and is about 2/3 away to the Blink Dagger at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Won't be a great timing, but relative to where he started, I think it's not too shabby. Faith scouting out MMY here. He is level 5. And has a Leech Seed ready to rock and roll, but they won't go for it. Phoenix only level 4, soon to be 5. Without that Supernova does limit some of their kill potential. They see Yao in the jungle. They want to keep pressuring this Batrider. Faith may block the stack, and they're going to go for a kill as well. Leech Seed to get things started. Luo comes swooping in with the Icarus dive. Chuan's there with a stun, and they don't even need the Assassinate. Faith will branch him down, and it's a dead Batrider in his own jungle.
They're going to chase. There's no Phoenix ultimate just yet. I don't know if they really want to commit to this, though. They find Faith as he's backing off, but unfortunately, no detection.
All right, the tree walks away. He'll find his level 6 now, and well, Sylar is so far going for this more combative build. He has Aquila to go with his phase boots, so not really having much of an issue joining these fights. 0, 0, and 4, so has been relatively active for the first 10 minutes. So now we'll get punched by the tree. No man. They'll be able to go back to farming.
They let Xiaowei get a lot out of this top lane. He's already almost level 6. Everybody about to crack it across the board. It looks like all the supports are getting fairly good experience here, but with this level 6 for the Zeus, this lineup comes into its own. The big loser, though, is Yao. As you pointed out, he dies again, and this is part of the issue with going for a Spectre over someone more like an Axe, Centaur type hero for the safe lane. Is with this draft, it means if the bat gets shut down, there's nobody to start the fights. I mean, barring just like a hot initiation, which is by no means a great way to go in most cases. So, well, yeah. They got to catch up Yao. At this point, he simply cannot afford to die again. You know IG are going to start pressing for a Roshan attempt for the tier 1 mid even. They may try to gank bottom. They are going to be applying pressure with this troll sniper.
They want Sylar down bottom, overgrowth into egg. There will be a death ward that comes out. They'll go to focus the Supernova, and just like that, Luo falls. Noble effort to try and jump onto the Spectre, but support is inbound, and will be a kill going the way
They're
of LGD.
roshing, but Haunt is online and Zeus ult is ready. If it's a bit of a space-created moment, I suppose. They even show the Troll ultimate mid as Ferrari was hitting creeps, but it's towards the end of the rosh.
Off.
It's
The
before...
double damage rune on burning makes that a little less risky, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of those, if LGD just decide to Zeus ult, which we see some teams do just to scout if they're worried about getting ganked, and there were 2 IG heroes off the map, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, they're roshing. Maybe we should hunt in here. That, to be fair, they need at least a +1, or else they're just going to die to the troll, and they did not have that +1 ready.
Well, now a smoke rotation from LGD. Xiaowei leading the charge of the Bat Rider nearby. 1,800 gold, still no Blink Dagger, but Yao does have a lasso. They may try to go for this Treant down here. Does have the ultimate coming up in just a couple seconds. Probably not the easiest gank, and yeah, they will just back out and move into the jungle. Yao still trying to find the farm that he needs, and no stacks to retreat to.
You just go back to that smoke gank at level 5, and, you know, hindsight 2020, of course, but it does not feel like that was the best use of the Bat Rider's time. Yeah, they end up getting a single kill mid on the sniper, but this is time that he could have been stacking his jungle, clearing out multiple sets of big camps, and for 12 minutes, for a Bat Rider who left the top lane very early on to still not have a blink, this is a... And he's rushing it, too, after the Tranquils. It's a very slow start for Yao.
Yeah, now maybe ends up going for the mech build on Shadow Fiend. And of course, the Yule Scepter has been the much more common pickup, kind of your farming tool. When you grab the mech on Shadow Fiend like this, usually that's a sign that you want to group up, and sometimes as 5 and other times just as like a 4 protect 1 type strategy. They'll go on to Ferrari, they use the invisibility rune to scout it out, and Haunt will make that an easy kill. It's a step in the right direction for LGD, but the mech pickup is a bit peculiar, and maybe they will try to stay aggressive over the next 5 to 10 minutes or so while Spectre still comes online. 2,200 gold up on Sylar. He's actually making good progress to a relic.
That seemed a little over-aggressive. Like, Shadow Fiend could get that kill solo fairly easily. That sniper only has like 800 health, but with the Zeus ult and the Spectre ult down, now IG want to make moves elsewhere on the map. Chuan gonna get caught out. Your Death Ward does go off. Very nicely placed by Momoya. Gets the job done on that side of the map, while Sylar is just going to try to farm it up on the other end of the world. Bernie will take over these Radiant Ancients. He'll clean them up. Ends up working out pretty well for LGD. With the second kill there, they've now bought time for their Zeus ult to cool down, for their Spectre ult to cool down. And speaking of that Spectre, Sylar farming quickly here. Andrew, he's already got 2,500 gold.
Maybe most importantly, though, the Bat Rider now has his Blink Dagger. 13 minutes in, he's found the space he needed, and now they have that strong initiator. Even though IG have lost a little momentum here and conceded back-to-back deaths, they're still holding on to a small gold lead, and a lot of that's just coming from burning, and about 2k net worth up on maybe, not having these neutral stacks to retreat to, not having the Yule Scepter for spamming out those raises. This troll is still just farming away like a madman. Even the sniper now is masking madness, and Ferrari, speak of the devil, gets caught by the lasso. They try to pull him to the high ground. They won't quite make it there. Living armor buys him some time, but the burst damage just too much. And Bat Rider will be rewarded for revealing that Blink Dagger and gets a kill onto the sniper. Didn't even have to use a smoke for it.
All right, Midas Doctor for MMY. Here we go. LGD gearing up for their mid to late game with this, and you know, I'm actually I'm not 100% sure who is the late game edge. At least on paper, IG have the tree, though it seems the Chinese trees are more of your hard support. Oh, top lane, swap onto Sylar. They're gonna pull him back in, and they'll bring him down with the overgrowth. They had a haunt.
Even the overgrowth used there.
Yeah, it's pretty low cooldown. They had a haunt. If he jumps to burning, he just dies. Burning will probably kill him even easier. So, fortunately, a death for Sylar. It's gonna delay his relic, but. Yeah, I mean, on paper, both lineups have really good late game. That Aghanim's tree is disgusting. I don't think we'll see it out of IG, but in theory it is. You've got Troll Sniper. We all know how good that is with a Phoenix tree backing up as a team fight combo. I honestly think Troll can take a Spectre late game if he's able to, if his teammates don't all die to the Haunt Zeus combo. So, I don't know. I'm kind of torn as to who's the better late game here.
Well, the Chuan Tower mid will go down, burning in the front lines as IG do start to group up and try and make use out of this Aegis. There is also a Sanjin Yasha, so now the Troll is kind of in fighting shape. Aegis will expire in about 30 seconds, and with that, IG can take a more defensive turn, but still happy to clear out that access point nice and early on. Do agree with you, though. On paper, it's fairly even towards the late game. I still think the difference is ease of execution. For LGD, they need this Bat Rider to get the jump to start off these fights. They can do that, and they should be able to take fights no problem. But for IG, all they need to do is keep their sniper and troll alive long enough to use that battle trance. The troll can bash R, and then the damage output just gets insane. So if LGD get the jumps they want with these blink daggers, I think things will be great. But if they don't find them, IG can just straight up win the man fights.
Oh, Burning. He is dangerously close to the Batman. If he walks down into these Ancients, he may be caught. This will be a big grab. They're going to pull him into the Death Ward. The Aegis is no longer with him, and he'll be pulled onto the high ground and finished off. Sylar trapped up there, though. Maybe they trade their Spectre for this. Barely able to scurry down to the low ground before Chuan can lob out a stun. And now, from the side comes Faith. They have vision for him from the Zeus. Double, triple raise. They get the kill. A big set of kills there for LGD.
To finish it off. Even as Sentry Ward comes down, perfect timing for that gank onto Burning. The Aegis expired 10-15 seconds before that, so just bad luck to some degree for Burning, and very, very good timing from LGD. And with 2 kills, they'll move into this Tier 1 tower mid. Glyph comes out straight away. Luo hanging around nearby. Icarus dive on cooldown will be forced back, and he's actually gone for a mech himself. Another item you don't see on Phoenix all too often, but sign that IG will want to fight themselves.
Now
this Tier 1 tower goes down. Yeah, Chuan on the high ground gets a stun onto Yao. Lasso's still on cooldown, but nowhere for Chuan to go. Swaps back. Ferrari now initiated on. The egg comes through, but now the sniper falls. Burning back and ready to party. They'll kill the Phoenix. Supernova doesn't go off. It's Burning versus the world, and I don't think he can do this. The Voodoo Restoration doing a lot of sustain, and IG now throwing this lead away. IG 13-5, or LGD rather, 13-5, finally pulling into the lead by a pretty big margin.
Burning's got to be so frustrated. It looked like he had a rampage coming his way, but instead he can't get
that Nova went off. I think he did. That was, whew,
yeah, that was a very risky supernova though, just right in the middle of everyone from LGD, and no reason for them to back. They didn't have much damage coming their ways, but. Yeah, if that goes off, then he team wipes them. If Faith is there for an overgrowth, maybe he at least gets a kill or two, but sadly for the B-God, neither the case, and all of a sudden, not looking so godly. You've got maybe, closing in terms of net worth, and Spectre for Sylar with the Relic picked up. They're also continuing to get levels on Xiao 8. He's now level 8. He's not terribly far off of that level 2 ultimate. If he can keep this up, maybe he'll have it by like the 23 to 25 minute mark, and the Zeus level 2 ulti, plus the Radiance, plus whatever other items they can cobble together, LGD's team fight just gets dirty.
Yeah, Burning will look to scrap together a BKB as his next item. Pretty early BKB pickup here, but I think very warranted this game. Even though there's a lot that'll go through it, your Death Ward, your Lasso, there's still a huge amount of magical damage. And just the slow from the sticky napalm, all that stuff is going to be... smart choice, I think, to get the BKB here sooner rather than later. Yeah. Will it be enough, though? IG still staying rather aggressive, pressuring this bottom Tier 1 tower as LGD start to group up towards the top.
Yeah, I don't really think he can 1v5 the way the game's going. He's not the juggernaut we saw last game, who was 4, 5, 6k gold ahead, even more by the end of the game. He's neck and neck right now with the Shadow Fiend, and they've got a good lineup to kite and control him when that BKB wears off. So he still needs to fight with this team, and, well, he's going to do that here. They find Sylar. Overgrowth comes out, Assassinate. He immediately haunts and jumps towards bottom where Chuan and Luo are waiting, and he dies anyway. Now haunts on cooldown as well. Not going to happen.
I guess slightly better. You don't give the kill to Burning, but Luo says, well, thanks for haunting down. I'm happy to find the last hit there. And successful gank for IG. Faith gets a ward down as Xiao 8 walks by, and it looks like it'll be safe for now. Although rotation coming, Xiao 8 may find himself in a bit of a sticky wicket here. Level 2 in the leech seed. Assassinate charged up from long range, and yeah, easy pick on the Zeus. It'll be Ferrari that gets credit for that one. Meanwhile, though, maybe still pushing the Tier 2 top, and Batrider, Witch Doctor in the dire jungle, thinking about a play towards the mid lane, and will start to rendezvous with their buddy as IG headed up, and they need to be a little bit careful here. It's a 3v5 on the field. They could get sandwiched.
They've got living armor to stall. This is not going to be down in time. LGD, if they want to push, will meet a contest, and they decide they don't want to deal with it. They'll back off. Well, Sylar is finally going to get his Radiance now. He's got it at a reasonable clip, all things considered. He's rushed it, and his CS is not exceptional, but considering the lane, he's doing well. And with this Radiance, It just takes one good fight. Sure, he's squishy, but if you get off a well-timed Zeus ult, your Shadow Fiend finds a Razor too, and that could be an instant team wipe for LGD. And they will find Faith here.
He walks right into that Sentry Ward, and that's just a freebie. Even Death Ward deployed to make sure the tree does not get away. Yeah, I think Sylar in a pretty good spot right now. He's 2-2 and 80. He's kind of found the best of both worlds. He's farmed pretty well in the lane, and he's been involved in a lot of these kills. And he did it without having to go a Vanguard or even really an Urn. So now he's got this big farming tool, and his net worth should really start to move up. Number 3 overall, but still besting the Sniper. Though IG move into the Roche pit, and another uncontested Roche. They can just kill it so damn fast. LGD lacking the tools to contest the Roche pit.
They have the lineup to fight there in theory. Oh, Burning, jumping in. He will get Yulst off the bat. Has a BKB if he wants to turn this, but wanted the quick pick off, did not want a tower dive. In theory, they should be able to fight at the Roche pit. If they have Lasso, they have one of the better lineups to do it. Shadow Fiend's great around the pit, so too is Witch Doctor. And they've got this big global combo to start the fights, but they're just not in position when it happens. Like you said, I think it's just how quickly the Roche falls that makes the difference. And now, an easy pick on the Zeus, and a chase down towards bottom. They want Momoya. Here we go.
They might find him as well. Burning, he's pretty speedy. There's the Yules, but Witch Doctor moves into that little cubby in the trees. Still gets hit by an axe. Cast flies through. Swap back. The Haunt is there. Chuan actually the first one to go down. The godlike streak now continues for Maybe. Burning going full man mode. Finds the bash on Witch Doctor. Now turns to Sylar and says, it takes 2 to tango. I'm looking for a dance partner. Yao comes in looking for the lasso, but there's the overgrowth. LGD relegated back towards their base. The Bat Rider goes down as well. They want this streak on Maybe. Looks like they won't find it for now as IG start to make movement back towards their side of the map. Phoenix gets left behind and brought down. The Zeus's respond, and now Burning will just head to safety. Has himself the Nature's Guise. Faith turns, throws out a Leech Seed. He'll play Sacrificial Lamb to make sure his troll stays alive. Seemed like a great fight for IG, but with the casualties on the retreat, not as bad for LGD as it's once seemed.
That could have been a lot worse. Shadow Fiend was just short of Requiem mana. He used 1 extra raise, and then he was sitting on like I think it was 150 mana, needed the 175. Could have easily just wiped them all at the base, and then maybe they set up for a second kill on Burning after popping the Aegis, but it still works out great for them in the end, and you know, a lot of it just comes down to the Sniper not being involved in fights. I expect that's going to change now, though. 430 gets his BKB. It's not your standard Sniper build. This is your playing from behind build, but with the BKB, he can resist a lot of the damage that comes his way. LGD primarily magic damage at this stage of the game. So they really want the Sniper in the fights now. Unfortunately, they throw away a lot of bodies before he gets this BKB, and it continues to be a very even game. It's 1,000 gold lead for LGD, a 2,500 experience lead. And this is something that, I mean, at this point, IG have they've used and abused their Roshan advantage, their pushing advantage. That card's been played. Sure, they can continue to push, but it's not like they can just freely take towers and Roche any longer. I feel the next time the Roche respawns, the next time they go for a push, unless they find a pick to start the fight, LGD will be looking to contest, and IG are no, they're out of food stamps at this point. They're gonna have to earn their living the good old-fashioned way. You gotta sing for their supper now.
Yeah, I think this BKB on the Sniper makes a lot of sense. We saw how much work it did for Burning in that last fight, just being able to man up into the team. Here we go, initiation down bottom. Supernova comes flying in, and it will push LGD back, at least make some space to the tower. No stuns come out, but they'll Haunt to go in. There's your lasso onto Burning. Faith has already gone down. Burning does have the Aegis of the Immortal, though, so if he goes down here, he'll be coming back to life. Sylar on the backside, taking a lot of damage from Ferrari. Here's your Assassinate. The mech keeps him alive, but Burning comes back to life and brings him down. The Death Ward from MMY pushes Burning back through the BKB, and this is a disastrous fight for IG. They're going to lose Burning here. The Spirit Bomb comes out. It's enough damage to bring him down. Ferrari, the lone survivor, but not for long. All 5 of LGD, or pardon me, all 5 of IG put into the grave by LGD. They lose only their Spectre, and they kill the Aegis. What a team fight from our Radiant side.
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about when I said now, you know, your window for freebies is over. LGD will be looking for fights. I don't know. I think the main thing for IG is they can't be divey like that. But that said, this Yule Scepter has really been giving Burning trouble. That fight, maybe throws out the Yules on him, and then when he drops down, they drop a cask. It bounces between him and I think it was the tree, like 4 or 5 times. Then the BKB comes out, but it's already too late. Again, bottom lane, though. We'll have a fight. Overgrowth is here. They drop the Sunray on MMY. Even if they get the kill, it's only a Witch Doctor. And, oh, do they even get that? They swap out Yao. He's going to blink back to safety. Now they turn on Chuan. Is it maybe who gets these quick frags? Nobody does in the end, but that's just fine for LGD. Now a big ultimate on cooldown, and they'll just back off to farm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Burning should be BKBing a little or more preemptively to prevent that Yules reset from LGD, but even so, at that point, he's in deep 1v5 against a Batrider, so I think a lot of it is just you can't tower dive against LGD. They're too good at counter-initiating and turning the team fight.
Yeah, exactly right. You have to find these better initiations, and maybe some of the play here is just letting LGD come to you. That was not just, oh, let's siege the tower and see what happens. Let's poke the tower. Oh, those heroes here. Let's dive in pretty close to that tier 3. And the Supernova, it zoned him out, but kind of to what avail? As soon as the Supernova was done, that was when LGD started the fight and said, great, now there's no egg for us to worry about. Let's take a fight. I'm also curious about your opinion on this item build from Luo. He's gone Veil of Discord here, and doesn't really seem like a great game for you. Your 2 cores are exclusively physical based outside of the Assassinate and the Shrapnel.
Yeah, that doesn't
really seem like a great game for it.
That is a very odd pickup, actually. I'm honestly, I don't know. It gives you armor, but mostly magic damage coming from LGD.
Yeah, if you want armor, well, why not just get the Shivas? I mean, obviously it's more expensive, but
I'm honestly, I'm not gonna say it's a bad item, but it doesn't feel very useful. I mean, maybe I'll just. It seems like a bad item, to be honest. It could have been a Yule Scepter, could have been a Force Staff. Frankly, Force Staff would be pretty nice for their team.
Atos. I mean, there's a lot of other items that it could be that. I mean, Atos is a great item against the Batrider. There's just a lot of other utility pieces that could have gone a long way.
I mean, here. I guess you have Veil into Assassinate. You know, that's kind of cute, but
it's exactly.
No, Veil would be amazing on LGD. If LGD would have buy a Veil, I'm all for that. But yeah, for IG, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was a misbuy by Luo that he wasn't. Yeah, kind of panicked in the team fight and just bought their own item. I'm really not sure.
Who knows? But, you know, IG, they'll lose their tier 1 tower down bottom. LGD with huge momentum now, 7,500 net worth, about 10k experience as we're just shy of that 30-minute mark. Shadow Fiend getting pretty large now with his Blink Manta mech to go with his Yule Scepter. IG not out of it yet, though. They can play a little defensive here, turtle up, and now sort of hope for LGD to make that fatal mistake, get hyper-aggressive, or maybe even take a failed fight around the Roche pit. We'll see what that timer looks like soon, though I reckon third Roche will probably be more of that decider that LGD need to contest this time, but does give IG some potential to come in and try and find a recovery fight, I guess you could call
it. They're fishing. They got that lasso ready. In position is Chuan with the swap. Yao gets Faith, though, and Chuan wasn't ready for that one. That's the one hero who's out too far. There were 3 tucked together, the tree trying to be a cutie on the sidelines, but he ends up paying with his life. Not so cute after all.
It seemed like great bait with the Vengeful Spirit there, but just not ready for it. As you said, just simply put, the Batrider pulls the trigger nice and early. He has the gem. Maybe Faith thinking he was a little bit safe because of the Nature's Guise, but just not going to be the case. Glyph comes out, and IG will actually make a stand at this tower. TP coming in, and LGD will not press their luck.
You know, they're not split pushing, though. They brought the Sniper and the Troll back, so I think LGD are perfectly fine with this. They're the team with the Spectre. They can just hold serve bottom lane, and then as soon as the fight breaks out, he can haunt in. And it's almost better that way. That way, he doesn't instantly get low. You know, he can kind of bide his time, wait for that good opening, and that opening may be coming momentarily. Lasso cooling down in 18 seconds. Pick and push. That's going to be the play for LGD. Just wait for the lasso, get your jump in, and for IG, they're almost forced to 5-man now. Anyone off on their own is very vulnerable to a haunt, Zeus ulti, +1 gank, and with that, it'll most likely be a kill.
And now Roche's response, whoever wins this fight should be able to claim the big boy. Swap and maybe right in the middle of the fight, but the damage from Zeus, MMY with a beautiful Death Ward. Yeah, they get the Shadow Fiend, but at what cost? Both of their supports are already down. Death Ward will expire. Now Xiao 8 moving in, trying to do more damage to Burning. LGD will reinitiate here.
Oh, that cast.
Oh my, brings down the sniper. Will lock Burning in place, I think long enough to find the kill. Yes, they will. It's a double for Sylar, and even Luo off to the side, trying to laser his way to safety, but it'll only buy him a couple of seconds. A 1-for-5 trade, and starting to feel more and more like LGD can push this into an ace match as they command and conquer Invictus Gaming.
Jeez, that is just... Zeus ults, the Shadow Fiend just was thrown up in the air for the beginning of that fight. Spectre haunts, and all of a sudden, 2 heroes in IG are dead. How do you win a fight from there? This is always the danger when you're up against a global draft. When you get to the stage of the game where they can just insta-give your supports, you're always fighting 5v3 unless you get a crazy initiation to start the fight. It's very tough to win from there. And they just don't have the farm to do it, especially not on the sniper. 430 is awful poor.
This is
2 and 7
a tough game. And this is getting to that point where we talked about, yeah, the Spectre's pretty good against the sniper, and this is a stage where, yeah, he's really good against the sniper when he's farming above him at like a 50% margin. There's nothing the sniper can do. Sure, he can BKB, but that only mitigates some of the damage. Now picks up an ultimate orb for some additional stats. And now this Spectre off that fight should be feeling good. Yeah, that's a Manta style, the casual vitality booster. Now Sylar's right-click damage output is starting to hurt a fair bit.
And they have the Bat Rider with a gem, with a Zeus. Vision is all LGDs, and they're going to find another.
He gets caught out again. Lasso makes it another easy kill.
Faith
I feel like he needs to just stop using nature's guys at this point.
It's feeling like every time Faith shows up, LGD just get a free trip back to the feeding trough, and
yeah,
they nosh a little bit on that tree.
It feels like he's just playing as if they don't have a gem. Like, okay, I'll scout guys. Don't
worry.
Zeus.
They have a gem and a Zeus. Part of it is just like, what else do you do as tree? You just stand back and not do that, because then you're just a melee creep. But alternatively, you're a melee creep that gives up extra gold if you go in. So ultimately, he probably should be sitting back and just letting LGD take these objectives.
Yeah, I mean, it is a testament to the LGD draft, but sitting there and just throwing out living armor, I don't think is any worse than feeding away free kills. I mean, this is now like 3 times, pretty much in a row, we've seen him just picked off as a freebie for the Bat Rider to pull him into the team like that. So Roche is up and
just organized, disciplined play from LGD in general. They did have a few misfires in the laning stage, but this is what you expect from a Xiaowei team. They may fall behind early, but they're going to make smart team decisions later on. And well, now they go into the Roche pit with Yao. Smoke gank from IG. Can they get the jump? He has a haste rune bottled. He blinks out. And now he may go back in for a free lasso.
Fast fingers from Yao. Burning once the Roche. Does a little bit of damage, and I think his team gives him the signal, yeah, we don't want to do this. Now maybe goes in deep into the team. LGD, the initiators here. Your haunt comes out. The egg flies through. Maybe actually the first one to go down, but it's Ferrari tanking Sylar, and he will not win the man fight. Supernova buying them some time. Burning actually brings down Sylar before falling. A slightly more even fight than it seemed at first, but it's still LGD coming out ahead. A 2-for-4 straight away, and now Chuan on the run will get caught inside of a Yule's Scepter, and he'll die as he comes back down to planet Earth. A triple kill for Xiao Wei, a 2-for-5, and this will open up Roshan for LG.
That was just sick. So it didn't really matter, but at the end of the fight, the cask was thrown at the Phoenix, and it follows him around in a circle, and then bounces back to that last hero, the Venge, just to secure an additional kill. Just kind of a flare to end the fight with, but MVP of that fight, for sure, MMY. He was standing right to the north of it, full duration Death Ward. Maybe not full duration, but it felt close to it, and he's got an Ags with a Shadow Blade now. This is a level 3 Witch Doctor ultimate, with the Shadow Fiend minus armor aura working in his favor. Yeah. There's too many heroes that dish out damage on LGD. They have the Zeus, the Spectre, the Shadow Fiend, and the Witch Doctor. 4 of their 5 heroes are heavy damage dealers. Even if you man mode up on the Shadow Fiend and kill him as Burning, it doesn't matter. You gotta shut everyone down, not just the one. And well, we've seen this before. I feel like this movie has had a few sequels at this point. Another pickoff onto Faith's tree. He dares to leave the base. He pays the ultimate price. It's getting to that point where it's gonna take multiple throws for LGD to lose this game.
Yeah, they're just so far ahead now. Nearly 20K net worth, 25K experience, and they just have complete control. It feels like IG just can't win these team fights with a sniper this underfarmed. And we'll see an attempt into the Roche pit. But I have to say, MMY, he's been my standout player this game. Where I was a little skeptical about that hand of Midas, but boy, has it paid off. Now has a Shadow Blade, and his death wards have just been on point all game. Look at his score, 4-1 and 21. That just speaks to how involved he's been in these team fights, and boy, has he done a lot of damage.
Burning, gonna poke away at the Roche here. The Spectre Illusions, unfortunately, are just scouting everything now. No shenanigans here from Invictus Gaming. They gotta back out. LGD really in no hurry. They don't. I don't even know if they care if IG get an Aegis. Last time they had it, they just wiped them and got the Aegis anyway. But you know, they're not gonna give it up for free, and they win. You win a team wipe type fight. By the time the enemy team's ready to fight again, you've got all your ultimates basically online. The one they don't have is the Zeus. They chucked it out once more, but it'll be cooling down soon. And IG are just starting to. It feels like they're grasping at straws now. They're gonna try to sneak into this Roche pit, but yeah, how do you sneak a Roche against this team? They have 3 heroes that excel at scouting the pit. They've got illusions on both of their cores, so they have 5 heroes. Well, actually 4. The Witch Doctor's the one that doesn't scout. 4 heroes and 5 ways to easily and reliably tell if there's a Roche going on. There's no sneaking it. There's just no shenanigans from IG today.
Yeah, LGD controlling them well in this game. There's your ultimate from the Zeus, just to scout things out, see what IG are up to, and make sure they are indeed not into that Roche pit. Though with the Zeus ult down, it seems like IG will see this as an opportunity to try and take a fight. There is a pipe up on Luo. I don't think that was there in the last fight, though at the same time, Shadow Fiend also has a butterfly. So some shiny new toys on both sides of the coin. Yao moving to the high ground. Dire don't have vision. Here we go. Faith caught by the lasso, isolated again, pulled to the high ground. There's your ultimate from Spectre. The pipe not going to save the tree. The Spectre even hopped. Yeah, looks like he did reality in. IG still with 4 alive, but now Chuan on the high ground will go down to the Bat Rider. He throws out his stun to buy him some time, but it's not enough. Similar fate will be suffered by Luo. Goes into the supernova form, brought down right away, and now Sniper. Yeah, that's going to be good night, good sir. Pops a BKB, but they'll chase him down as he heads towards the base. Will they actually find the kill here? No, he lives. Burning comes down. He just brings down Yao.
Look
BKB
at
on,
it
moves
go.
out of the base, and yeah, Burning. He gets set ablaze, and that'll be all 5 dead for just the Bat Rider. IG, not going to tap out off this, but they've got to be pretty damn close. They've lost so many team fights now, and their high ground will finally be under siege.
Oh my. This has been a spanking of a game number 2. It started off nice and even, but it just takes that one overextension. We saw at bottom. They dove with the Aegis. Burning got caught in a 2-hero cask that ultimately just wrecked his team. He was lassoed after that. The Haunt came out. The Zeus ulted. The LGD lineup just gelled together, coalesced, and we're going to a game 3 now. There is no chance for IG at this point. They may be talking it over. They'll strategize on gameplay on how to come back, but they were given Troll Sniper with their precious Phoenix Treant Protector, and then LGD just demolished them anyway. Time to go back to the drawing board if you're IG.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things we said was a little spot on earlier. It's all on this Bat Rider. Can he get a blink, and can he find the initiations? And I think Yao has really been impressive this game. 5, 4, and 20. He's just found pickoff after pickoff, and even dealt with all the pressure that IG put on him very effectively. They did everything they could to slow down his blink, and it just wasn't enough. Now LGD move into the Roche pit.
They're gluttons for punishment here, man. Do they really want another takedown? I guess so.
I guess so indeed. Here we go. Faith once more caught inside of the lasso. There's your Haunt from Sylar. They get the kill on Treant right away. Chuan falls to maybe. Only a 2-0, but Roche still goes the way of LGD, and the rest of IG just grouped up, headed for the hills as they run back to the base to hide under the cover of the fire bush.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my. LGD are like, okay, let's go take mid-racks. Oh wait, we already did that. I guess we have to go push at the top lane, get this tier 2 first.
Oh man, we gotta take out the tier 2 tower? Oh.
It's one of those, we're winning so hard that we're like just on autopilot targeting the objectives you would normally target if it were a closer game, but it's not close at all. Oh, yep. IG getting dunked in this game.
And now Heart
Look
of
at this.
Tarrasque
Look at
on
the scoreboard.
Spectre.
Every single LGD hero is having a colossal game. This is like 4 or 5 big team fights in a row. I don't think we've mentioned the kill score. I'm sure the viewers are looking at it. It's 42-15. And they're running the Spectre, Zeus, Batrider, Shadow Fiend lineup. Just ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly.
It certainly is. Maybe with a double damage rune clears out the creep wave. We'll have some creeps moving into this tier 2, and this should be pretty close to a GG push here coming out of LGD. Now there's the Aegis of the Immortal in the inventory of the Shadow Fiend, and that cheese goes over to Sylar on the Spectre. So these two cores basically have to be killed twice at this point. Second Scotty for IG comes out on the Sniper. IG just grasping at straws at this point.
I like Sylar running in the mid lane, just right past them, and in range of Chuan Swap. He's like, come at me, please. I dare you. I have cheese. I have buyback. I'm a Spectre, bitch. You can't touch me.
Here we go. Sylar right in the middle of the fray. Hops straight in. And they will almost bring him down. Cheese gets eaten. Now you're Supernova. Venge falls. And now Perde gets stuck inside the lasso. Sylar does survive.
He's alive! 12 health!
Oh, now he goes down. Phoenix gets the kill. And that's all IG wanted. The GG is called. And we are moving into an ace match. One game will decide which one of these teams will be secured in the Star Ladder Season 11 LAN Finals.
Oh, God, that was brutal to watch, but fun to cast, I must say. And I'm excited we get a deciding Game 3. Now, the good news is the loser of this match is not eliminated. They have a shot, but guess who's waiting? It's Vici Gaming, LGD. They won 2-1 last time. I'm not sure they'll have such an easy... Well, I wouldn't even call that easy, but I'm not... You can't guarantee you'll come out on top. They really want to close out IG here. For IG, your major All-Stars champions, well... They thought they could just skate in and kind of run all over LGD, but that's not the case. LGD able to push the truck back, and who's your money on, Andrew? Do you have a favorite going into this Game 3?